Hello everybody, welcome to our third Patreon video. We are continuing our lessons on light and dark from Itten's Design Informed, the basic course at the Bauhaus. In this video, we are simply going to discuss prompts and some images made from those prompts. Specifically, I have a list of prompts right here. I won't make you read this. They will all be typed neatly in the video description. In short, we are going to use the skills from our first two lessons. The first lesson being draw a white circle, in which we learn to define a shape by a difference in tones around it. The second one being tonal scale, in which we learn to organize tones and be sensitive to the differences in them. The prompts are phrases. Here, I'll bring that back over. Prompts are simple phrases with an object and a word that suggests a tone. So white cups, black plates, white egg, patterned tablecloth. Kind of sets a scene. For example, there's another one, black lodge, white snow, dark trees, moon. So from these prompts, we will create an image. And at first, it'll start a little bit slow. And I did 5 iterations of white cups, black plates, white egg, patterned tablecloth. And this is the first iteration in my sketchbook. We have black plates, white cups, white egg, I did white eggs, and a patterned tablecloth. Now we can see that the shapes are defined by the difference in tones around them, but in terms of organizing an image, it's kind of bleh. But that's okay, this is the first iteration. I know that I'm gonna do at least 5, probably more, and who knows how many more over my lifetime. So this is the second iteration. Black plates have taken a kind of rectangular form, but they're still legible as black plates, given their relationship to the white cups. The patterned tablecloth has become much more interesting. Because the shapes are decreasing in size as they go back towards the top of the page, they get the feeling that they may be receding in space, but not heavily. It's just a small suggestion. The orientation of the shape suggests that there's some kind of energy or exuberance to it. We can also see that compared to this image, in which we were heavily relying on the black plates to define the shape, give us that high contrast, we're being a little more confident. We're letting these lighter grays define the shape and trusting that the human eye can pick up those differences. So that's iteration number 2. Now let's take a look at iteration number 3. Taken the patterned tablecloth and done a diamond kind of harlequin pattern, opened up the egg, so cracked it open, and now we have a black plate, improvised the yolk. We have 1 cup here, and as this shape is defined, we'll understand that this is a cup shape. The fact that all of these are just a silhouette and these interior borders are non-existent, they're left white, our eye and brain fills in this work for us, and so we have this interesting cup shape up on the top half of the image. And look at the difference. This is iteration 1, 2, and 3. Look at the difference between these 3. We have 3 almost completely different images from one little prompt, and just all we're doing is playing with this idea of tone to define these shapes. And I did 3 in my sketchbook. I could have done more in my sketchbook, but I also like to work out on loose leaf paper. This is iteration number 4 of white cups, black plates, white egg, patterned tablecloth. We've pulled in the tablecloth from the edges, so we have this I've decided to pattern this space with a grid pattern, but this is our tablecloth right here, and we have this kind of amorphous billowing shape. The orientation of the cups, and I've, exaggerated a little bit with this shape that looks like spilling liquid. So we have this idea of kind of a chaos or disruption on this picnic scene. And then last but not least, using blue toned paper. So we're not going to get white eggs and white cups. We're going to get kind of blue toned eggs and blue toned cups. But look at this image. So we're really just focusing on the shapes, using our tonal scale to create a little rhythm for this tablecloth. Also, as the rectangles get smaller towards the top of the image, again, we have a suggestion, very mild suggestion of a dimensional space. And again, we're not using a line drawing. Almost all of this is defined just by the difference in tones, and trusting that one, the eye will complete this egg shape, and that even this slight bit difference in tone, this is a very light pencil shading, but we can definitely see that. I've left a little bit of light marks in the egg holder, suggest maybe a reflective surface, and then we've created a border around the tablecloth. So you can either count this as kind of the frame or window that you look into the image, or as the surface that all of these items are sitting on. Now again, I want to bring your attention to the difference in these drawings. These are all different iterations. So we're going to have 8 prompts written underneath the video. If you do 5 versions of each one of those prompts, that's 40 drawings. You know, you basically create a whole body of work just on that. You don't have to do all 8. I would recommend at least trying your hand at 2 or 3 and doing at least 5 iterations of those. And then as you work through it, you kind of get the theme of the exercise. You can create your own prompts. And when you start doing that, then you can actually look out on the world and divide the world into these kind of tonal categories. And that really opens up kind of the world of drawing in a pretty incredible way. Please let me know if you have any questions on these videos. I look forward to seeing which prompts you choose and what images you make. Until then, see you next time.